After the recent E. coli outbreak, everyone is paying attention to their food, but how do you know if your food is safe? How you can prevent yourself from getting sick? We've got Dr. Thompson in the house. Wellness with Dr. Thompson, why don't we, this Monday morning? With the recent E. coli outbreak across the country, a lot of people are paying more attention to what to eat and how to eat it. It's not the only thing that you can catch. So how do you avoid getting sick from your food? Dr. Sharon Thompson from Central Phoenix Obstetrics and Gynecology here with some good advice to follow, because, you know, we've all been staying away from the romaine lettuce, but there are many ways to contract E. coli.
You know, bacteria and viruses are part of our environment, and so it's inevitable that when food is prepared in such huge quantities to feed all of us, that there are going to be outbreaks episodically. Of course, you know, food producers try their best to have safety measures, etc. But in our homes, there are things we can do as well. And the first thing I was saying to you earlier, I feel like I'm always talking about hand washing, but it's to wash. You can wash your fruits and vegetables in a little light soapy water. Wash your hands. Make sure that you're washing your cooking surfaces, because bacteria, you can get rid of them with just soap and water. So you definitely want to do washing. That's a key. Another quick tip is to separate your meat from your other foods. So meat is a high source of bacteria, just like our bodies are, and so separate it from your other foods, and also separate cooked meat, which presumably you've killed the bacteria, from raw meat, which might still have the bacteria, both on the plate that you're serving and in your kitchen on your surfaces.
Yeah, that's the thing that you got to think about. I mean, not using the same cutting boards for meat than the vegetables.
Or wash them well in between, definitely. So that's the place people miss. Another one that I'm guilty of too is that we set food to thaw, right? You're going to make dinner later, so you take the meat out of the freezer and you put it on the countertop. It's actually safer to thaw foods in the refrigerator. That way they don't go below a certain temperature where bacteria can thrive. In our environment in Arizona, it's very warm, and I know most of us, when we leave home, we turn our thermostats maybe to 80 while we're out. Well, bacteria can really grow in that 6-8 hours you're not home. They can grow by several times. So you definitely want to keep things that should be refrigerated in the refrigerator.
Do you have any idea how many times a day you wash your hands?
A lot. Probably each patient visit, I probably wash my hands 3 or 4 times.
Wow. So you go in and out,
and sometimes if I touch things in the room before I touch someone again, I'll clean my hands. So hand washing is so key.
And we also talked about the temperature of the meat.
Yes.
That's very important.
A lot of us will cook food to time. So we'll say, oh, 5 minutes, I think it's done. And it's probably better done to go to temperature, because you can look online, they're published, and you can find the appropriate temperatures that will destroy bacteria in certain foods. And if you get a food thermometer, you can stick it in your meat and know when it's reached that temperature, but then wash it.
Oh, that's a good point. Don't stick it back in the drawer. How do you know when to visit the doctor if you've got food poisoning or feel sick from something you've eaten?
So food poisoning is common, unfortunately. About 48 million people in the country get it every year, and it will generally cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, or a combination. And lasts for about 1 to 3 days. It goes away in 3 days, no problem. If it's lasting beyond 3 days, call your doctor. If you're having fevers, call your doctor. If you're not able to keep liquids down for more than a day, definitely call your doctor.
You're going to be too dehydrated.
You're too dehydrated.
See, some of these symptoms, it sounds so much like influenza, that how do you know what you're dealing with?
Yeah, sometimes you don't. And so you just go by your symptoms. So if you go over 3 days, if you're not keeping liquids down, if you're having fevers, definitely call. Your doctor may give you additional advice. You may not have to go to hospital right away, but you want to call and get some advice at that point.
I think it was a big wake-up call and real startling for people to hear that at least one person had died from this E. coli outbreak. Oh,
absolutely. E. coli can cause serious illness, and some of the other bacteria as well. So you definitely want to watch those signs. The other thing I want to mention, if you ever have blood in your diarrhea, you definitely want to call your doctor, because that's less common.
Oh, all right. Dr. Thompson, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
A healthy week
to you.
Stay well. Yes, we're going to wash our hands right now. Excuse us, Gina.